Take me home, take me home. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our weekly sacred pipe ceremony. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and we are going to do sacred pipe ceremony, hence the name of this video. Um, and if you don't know what that is, fear not. I will be explaining things as I am setting up my little altar here. So, um, welcome. um, so if you are new here and you don't know what like what the heck is the sacred pipe? What is the sacred pipe ceremony? If you've ever seen any old westerns or like Dances with Wolves or something like that, they have the peace pipe. And that's kind of a Hollywoodism, but that name actually kind of fits because the pipe is the most sacred medicine object to the Lakota people. Every all of the religious and spiritual things, all of the ceremonies, etc., center around the pipe. Um, and the pipe came to the people 19 generations ago. There was a time of famine and drought, and the people were starving, and um, the entire tribe had come together. All the separate bands and everything had come together in one place to, in theory, to help support each other. But because of the hard times, it it was a time of divisiveness, fighting. Um, Sound familiar? And that's why it's so pertinent today to do this. So, um, White Buffalo Calf Woman is a spirit woman who came to the people 19 generations ago and brought the original chanupa or sacred pipe. And she stayed with the people for a little while, taught them how to smoke the pipe in a sacred manner, teaching them that the stem of the pipe is the divine masculine. Probably not in those terms necessarily, but and the bowl of the pipe is the divine feminine. So when we put the two together, it is all of creation. It's like the yin yang, the hard and the soft, the light and the dark together. And that's really the purpose of the pipe, is to bring things together. People, you know, the medicine wheel, if you know what that looks like, it's a hi Gareth, welcome. The medicine, I should always I never bring an example of it, but if you've ever seen, hey, it's like a hoop, and it's got either an X or a cross through it. And then there's the four different spots, and there's the four different colors: red, yellow, white, and black. Hello, Delaney. And those are, among other representations, those are the four races of humans. And so when we smoke the pipe, when we're bringing the divine masculine and divine feminine together, we're also bringing together all people. We're uniting. We're celebrating the connection of all things, all beings, all our relations, right? And so White Buffalo Calf Woman stayed with them, gave them a total of 7 ceremonies, all of which kind of orbited around the sacred pipe. Um, and once she gave them the pipe and taught them these ceremonies, and then she left, and all of a sudden the buffalo returned and all these different things. Um, oh, thank you, Garrett. That's my honor. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. And so we still smoke the pipe today. It's still just as sacred. I was raised Catholic, so I was literally born into ceremony and ritual. And this is hands down the most sacred, profound ceremony that I know of. And so it's like it is such an honor to be able to share it with other people. Um, and to just to intro this isn't something you find in every street corner, right? So it's just I always love being able to share it with different people and different places, and to make people aware of what's available and what they can do. Oh, thanks, Nick. Hi, welcome. Gosh, everyone's being so kind tonight. Thank you so much. And so when we it's like even in the Western movies, right? They always smoke. They call it the peace pipe because they always smoked it before they would sign a treaty or whatever. And the idea is that, you know, air is our most intimate element, right? Air is the first element that greets us when we're born and we take our first breath. Air is the last element we release when we take our last breath, right? And as we found out during the pandemic, our breath is what connects us, right? So when you're in a circle, especially in a lodge or something, and everyone's smoking, and we draw the smoke into our mouths, we don't inhale it because it's meant for the spirits, not for us, and then we blow that smoke out with our prayers. And so it's the idea is that the smoke carries our prayers to Great Spirit. And so when you're doing that in person, when you're doing that in a circle, it's like everyone, and talk about unification, it's like we're all becoming each other's prayers because we're breathing in each other's air, we're breathing in each other's prayers, and we become the physical walking, talking representation of the prayers of our community. And and I started doing these during the pandemic, um, because I wanted to make sure that people had at least an hour a week that they could come and sit in sacred space, could kind of take a break from the world, take the world off of their shoulders, connect with what's real, and then carry that back out into the world, right? To give it's like a regular rhythm of connecting to spirit, connecting to what is real, connecting to what is inside of them rather than always reacting to what's coming at them. And so I started doing these videos at that time, which was kind of ironic because than anything else besides a pandemic, I would have been gathering people in person. Um, so I got a fisherman going by. Oh, I never showed you where we're sitting here. Um, we are down here on the banks of the beautiful river in Renton, Washington. And I love being surrounded by all this greenery. We had some floods earlier in the year, and this whole area was just brown because the leaves hadn't budded yet, and it was just everything was covered in sand. I even got a little fireplace here, fire ring. I actually had created a stone medicine wheel here, and someone took it and turned it into a campfire ring and left wood here. So I'm like, okay, I can't be too upset about that because they gave me the gift of fire. And once we're done with this, I always stay after the video to do my own prayers and intentions and stuff. And I'll probably light a fire. So anyway, so I interrupted myself and now I don't remember what I was talking about. But anyway, so oh, and so I started doing these online to help connect people who were physically disconnected, right? And with the intention being that once things kind of found the natural rhythm, whatever the new normal was, that I wouldn't need to do these as much anymore. But nothing, it's like things have just gotten weirder and stranger. So I continue to do these just to give people that breath of fresh air. And, I do it purposely in the middle of the week. Um, Hello, Moon Honey. Welcome. Yay, it's good to see you. And so um, that's why we still do the pipe ceremony, because it's about bringing the people together. Like I said, the medicine wheel with the four colors is the four races of humans under one sacred hoop. So we're all united, but uniquely individual, our own unique color, frequency, vibration, whatever you want to call it. And so that's the whole point of doing the pipe ceremony. Let's see. If you're new here, if you've never seen a pipe ceremony, I hope you enjoy this. I'm going to kind of do a run through. First thing I want to do, because I keep forgetting, I start talking and then everything just kind of goes out the window. But I'm going to drum and set us in sacred space. I'm going to call in the elements and the spirits to hold space around us. And even though you're not here with me, right, physical world, when I set that sacred space, that includes wherever you are, because there is time and space is an illusion, right? And it's all about intention. And so we always set sacred space before ceremony. And a lot of people think it's to protect us from all those bad spirits that want to come and eat our brains or whatever. But that is not the true purpose of it. It does protect us, yes, but more important is creating an energetic container where things can take place, where alchemical changes can happen. Kind of like when you're cooking a meal and you put all the ingredients into a pot, you cover it, you put it on the heat, you just created an artificial environment where alchemical changes and meldings and everything else can take place that don't take place when those things are sitting on the counter, right? That's what we do when we create sacred space. It's like the spirits come and hold space around us. They hold this higher vibration so that nothing of a lesser vibration can come in. So we can let go of our own armor, our own protections, and basically open our heart, right? We walk through the world just kind of clenched and with all this armor and protection up so that we don't get hurt from the world. This is your one opportunity. Well, this is one opportunity for you to let go of all that armor and to open your heart, right? Because it's like that old Zen saying about how you can't grasp water. The only way to hold water is with open hands. And it's the same with your heart. The only way to catch all the blessings coming to you from spirit is with an open heart. If you're protected, if you're closed down, there's no place for those blessings to get in. And so that's why we set sacred space, so that you're safe to open and to actually connect and receive. So this is how I do that. There's a million and one ways to set sacred space. It just happens to be the way I do it. Uh, Broke my straw. All right. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, passionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Oh, I always feel so much better after I set sacred space. So, all right. So to give kind of a run through to um, kind of explain what's going to happen so that you can follow along because part of it is silent, part of it is out loud. But that way you won't get lost. You won't be, what the heck's he doing now? So the first thing I'm going to do is light some sage. And I got some sweetgrass here. Oh man, I love sweetgrass so much. And so I'm gonna light some sage and some sweetgrass and smudge myself, and I will send some your way through the ethers and the internet. And I'm gonna smudge everything on my altar here. And then once everything has, once the energy is clear, etc., then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up my pipe. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Thanks for coming. So after smudging everything, the next thing I'm gonna do is pick up my pipe and say a prayer asking permission to smoke in this place at this time. And assuming that the answer is yes, it has been no in the past. Actually, I had a time when it was like for 2 whole weeks, they were like, no, not right now. Um, but so assuming it's a yes, that's when I will put the pipe together. And like I said, when we put the pipe together, take we until we take it apart, it's one giant prayer. And so it kind of opens a channel straight to creator. And so everything you think, everything you pray, every intention you set is that much exponentially faster, straight there, no lines, no signing in triplicate. Um, and until we take it apart, it's like one giant prayer. It's like a crystal that amplifies your energy and your intentions, etc. So I put my pipe together. Well, I'm going on so many tangents tonight. I think I'm breaking a record. Put the pipe together, and then the next thing I'm going to do is take 4 pinches of tobacco and fill the bowl. And that part I do out loud. So you will hear the prayers that I say, the offerings I say to the four directions, etc., and put that in the pipe. And the nearest thing that I can think of as an analogy of what's going on at that point is like I'm collecting the prayers from from the different directions, the different spirits, etc. And it's almost like a cotton candy machine where I'm just like taking the tobacco in a circle and collecting all the prayers and all of the energies from the spirits. And then once I have all 4 pinches into my bowl, Um, White Buffalo Calf woman, who I mentioned earlier, that brought the pipe to the people, she has been one of my main spirit guides for almost 20 years now. And when I answered the call to become a pipe carrier, um, she taught me a song to sing before every ceremony that I facilitate. So once my pipe is filled, I will kind of lift my pipe again. I will sing that song. Then I will light the pipe, and the next part is in silence. But what you'll see me doing is I'll take a big puff with the pipe, and then I'll aim the pipe at the various directions and blow breath blessings to that direction. Take another puff, go to the next direction, all the way around the circle to Father Sky, to Mother Earth, in a circle for all our relations, and then straight up to Creator. And then I'll pause for a moment, a silent prayer with the stem to my forehead, the bowl to my heart. Remember, divine masculine, mind, divine feminine, heart. I'll say a silent prayer, then I'll come back. Probably need to relight the pipe at that point. But then once I relight the pipe, the first thing I'm going to do is take a great big puff, and I'm going to blow it straight at my camera. And so that's a blessing coming to you. Um, and through my camera and by the magic of the internet and the holographic universe coming out, whatever device you're watching this on, to your heart. And so that's where you want to say your biggest, bestest prayers, set your biggest, bestest intentions, or open for the, open as wide as you can to receive the blessings and the prayer, that spirit has for you. Um, then I'll continue to blow breath blessings, um, and some of those are for my own intentions, some are for others. I have a little book I keep in my tobacco pouch where I actually write down intentions for other people. So if you ever have any prayer intentions, any you want help praying for something, you want help manifesting something, you need to turbocharge your prayers or more energy, let me know and I will write you down in that book. And this stays on my altar. So it's always here. Every time I do ceremony, those prayers are getting revigorated and released again. And so, oh, good to see you too. I can't see what your name is. I'm sorry. Oh, Puck. Hi, Puck. Good to see you. So okay, give me 1 second. I need to switch things up a little bit. That's better. I'm good, Puck. How are you doing? It's good to see you again. Um, Kind of rough and ready out here is like I had my phone leaning against a stick, but that wasn't really holding up, so I had to grab a rock to put my phone. My phone holder is a rock. Um, let's see, where was I? So, so then I will continue to blow breath blessings, and then when the energy feels complete, I will raise my pipe again, um, say another prayer, and that final prayer usually comes out in the form of light language, if you've heard that before. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing good, Puck. Yay. Yay. Um, so if you don't know what light language is, it's similar to when they talk about speaking in tongues. And so what you'll hear are just a bunch of syllables and sounds coming out of my mouth. They will make no sense. They're not real words, but they carry certain frequencies. So the benefit from my perspective is that I don't have to sit here in my left brain trying to figure out What do I say? What do I say? What do I pray for? Whatever. I can just let go, like I was saying with opening your heart and letting the blessings come in, I can just open and allow the energy to flow through and express whatever sounds, whatever syllables come out. And so don't try to figure it out. Don't try to make sense out of it with your brain. Just feel how it resonates in your heart. And then there's one more song I sang after that, and then I will take my pipe apart. That will be the end of our ceremony. So, uh, give one more sip of chai for my straw that now has a hole in it. Mm. All right, so let's do ceremony, shall we? A little bit more regrets. Sweetgrass is said to be the hair of Mother Earth. It's said to be the love of Mother Earth reaching up to her children, and the scent of it is said to help you remember things that you didn't know you forgot. So I love, even before I knew that, I've always loved the scent, but now it's even more potent because of knowing that. So, okay, here we go. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Oh, grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Huwabin, Shanadisi, Najakiwas, and Wabus. There is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers. All our relation, come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors. May all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Ukane, Bayama, Ukane, Bayama, Ukane, Bayama, Ukane. grandmother, grandfather, eagle. We send another voice. Katapanaha Havamo Katakatai, Namahala Ho Katapatai, Namaha Katapati, Anamaha Ho Katapai Tatakai, Anamaha Kaho Papala Dadapahana Maho, Tamhai Kavapakatai, Namakata Ho Kapatavai, Nalakatadai, Namahoka Kainu Maka, Tapatapaho, Hamapakatai, Tahaka Ho Ho Katapapai Mubaho. Alakatai, Kalamaho, Nalakatai, Akatamaha, Hakatapo, Anamaha, Hakatapai, Tamapo, Hokapakatai, Namahakapaha, Hokatapai, Hokapo, Tapakai, Now. Ihi, Laikio, Ihi, Laikio, Ihi, Laikio, Ihi, Ihi, Ihilaio, 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 Ihi. Didn't know where to put the smudge because it kept going right around the camera. I didn't know if you could see anything. See, there it goes again. I put it over there. Smoke goes that way. Um, oof, those have been with me for a while. Used to like, I'm from originally Minnesota, and so oofda at the end of my ceremony is like saying aho or amen or whatever. So, um, and I was just remembering, I don't use, I always forget to do this at the end of the ceremony. So I'm gonna do it now since I remembered it, since my guys reminded me. Um, another pipe carrier friend taught me this, and she learned it from her grandmother, I think. Um, oh, thank you, Moon Honey. My inner child loves to sing. Um, I think my next door neighbors probably get really tired of like every morning when I get up and I'm leaving, I'm locking the door, whatever. I'm always singing something, and thank you, I appreciate that. Um, so this thing that my friend, also a pipe carrier, taught me uh, is that when we're done with the pipe, what she does is she pats the ash out into her hand, and then she closes her hand and then looks at what's there to see. Let's see, let me get it in the light. So looks at it to see what it looks like. See, kind of to scry whatever the pattern is. It didn't come out very dark, so I hope you can see that. Let me get the smoke out of the way. Don't let the smoke get in your eyes. Don't let the moon break your heart. So, oh wow, I see something, but I don't want to say it because I want you to get your own impressions of what that smudge looks like. That's an extra message to you from spirit. Um, yeah, it's like you can read anything, right? Clouds, trees. Um, I knew this woman who would go to psychic fairs and she would read chocolate. She would come with a big cooler of chocolate bars, and you'd pay for your reading, and she would take a chocolate bar out of the cooler and she would smash it on the table, and then she'd unwrap it, and she would look at the cracks and everything in the chocolate bar, and she would give you a reading from the way that the chocolate bar broke and everything. So it's kind of reminiscent of the old, um, like the oldest form that I know of, I think, is turtle shells, right? They used to take a turtle shell and they would put it in the fire until it got so hot that it started to crack, and then they would read the turtle shell by the cracks in it. And what's really cool is that a turtle shell, let me see if I can remember exactly. The patterns, there's the little hexagonal sections of the turtle shell, right? On the back of the turtle, there's 13 of those. Hi, Lasati! Yay, you missed the ceremony, or maybe you didn't. Maybe you're just saying hi now, but yay, it's always good to see you, Lasati. So the turtle shell, like on the back of the turtle shell, the top of the turtle shell, there's 13 sections, like the 13 moons in the year. And then around the edge of the shell, there's 28 sections, like the days in the month. And so you could use a turtle shell to as kind of an oracular to kind of portent the future, or that kind of thing. And I've heard that that is where the I Ching came from, was the cracks on a turtle shell. So um, just some of the some of the random information I carry around in my brain. Um, but yeah, so um, if you feel like it, do tell me in the comments what you saw in the ash. I already wiped it off without thinking, but I know what I saw. Um, and I'm hesitant to say, but the story that wants me to tell it because of what I saw in that um, ash. And so once upon a time, it was this beautiful day, and you saw badger. Oh, cool! That's cool. That's very cool. Hi, Valerie. Um, so the story wants to be told. And so there's this beautiful day, and Great Spirit was on top of his mountain. Honey, you saw a man in a tree. Awesome. You know what kind of tree it was? See, now you get to delve into it and see, okay, what does that mean? What are the feelings that come up? What kind of man? What kind of tree? What are the relationship of them? Was he sitting under the tree? Is he hugging the tree? What's going on? And because all of all readings, all divining, oracular things, um, you just saw the trunk. Cool. Um, so this is that part as a reader, as a shaman and stuff. It's like I don't want to give away the answers. I don't want to give you. My job is not to um, feed people the meanings. And he was naked and fearless. Awesome, awesome, awesome. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like you keep reading into it, and what does it feel, and what emotions does it bring up for you? Because reading something like that, or like the clouds or whatever, those are all reflections of you. The answers are coming, they're not coming from, the bones or the stones or whatever you're reading. These answers are coming from you being reflected in what you're seeing in the stones and the bones. And so it's a way of bringing out your own wisdom. And that's why I don't want to, like, as a rule, people come to me all the time, like, what's my spirit animal? And as a rule, I refuse to tell anyone because it's such a personal, intimate thing that if they have the time, I will sit with them and I will do like a guided shamanic journey to help them find their spirit animal. But I refuse to tell anyone what their spirit animal is because it's such an intimate personal relationship. That's the thing. It's about relationship. It's not meant to be secondhand knowledge. Oh, I know that my spirit animal is bear because that one shaman told me that one time. Then there's no growth, there's no relationship. And so reading things and seeing yourself in what you read, etc., is so important because it's the universe talking to you, right? Um, and even when I do card readings and things for people, I always preface it with saying, "This is what comes to me," right? And we talk in shamanism about becoming the hollow bone, where we are just the channel, the wisdom coming through, and the biggest thing the biggest goal as a shaman is to become that hollow bone, to have no filters, to just let spirit come through as purely as possible. But I'm human. I always, I still have certain filters or I see things differently from what someone else might. And so that's why I'm always telling people, take what resonates. If I'm giving you a reading, take what resonates and let everything else go because this is your reading. I'm not here to tell you what it says. I'm here to give you my impressions of what it's saying from hopefully a neutral, um, pure space, if that makes sense. So awesome. So this story that wants to be so since you guys have kind of already told some of what you've seen, what I saw was a deer track. It was like two it was like a deer track. And so the story that wants to be told, I love the story. One day, Great Spirit was on top of his mountain, and it was such a beautiful day. He invited all the woodland creatures to come up his mountain and celebrate with him, to just celebrate creation. And the thing is that there was a troll that lived at the base of his mountain. And all the woodland creatures were afraid of the troll, so they wouldn't even approach except for deer. Deer was so excited to go party with Great Spirit that she just came bounding in enthusiastically. And she got to the base of the mountain, and the troll jumps out and roars in her face. And instead of like running away afraid or rearing up to fight, she just cocked her head to the side and looked him in the eye and was like, "What did anyone do to make you hurt so bad? Why are you so angry? What did someone do to make you that angry and that hurt?" And the troll, who thrived on conflict and fear, finding none of that in deer, just faded away. And so deer, those big Bambi eyes, like the eyes of wonderment, those innocent, childlike eyes, rather than seeing the facade, she saw through the facade of the troll, kind of doing the namaste thing, right? The divine in me sees the divine in you. And she didn't see the scary troll. She saw this being, the heart of this being that was in pain. And so by seeing to the heart of the troll with compassion, she was able to free him, and at the same time, she opened the pathway for all the other willing creatures to go to the mountain and celebrate with Great Spirit. And so it wasn't through fighting the enemy and subduing them, pounding them into dirt or whatever. It was through compassion that she opened the way for the other creatures to come and approach Great Spirit. So I love that story so much. And so thank you. I love the green leaves and everything, but it makes it harder to see the birds. Kingfisher just came right there. I love Kingfisher. It's one of my brothers. Anyway, so that is our time for this evening. I thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for taking a space and time, sacred space out of your busy workaday world to connect inside, to connect and align with spirit. Um, Thank you. I'm so glad that you felt that. That's exactly, it's about clearing out all the crap and like I always say, like talk about uniting things, but it's not about, even I was even saying like bringing things together, but it's not so much about bringing things together that aren't connected. It's more about becoming aware of and seeing the connections that are already there. So it's like cleansing out all the things that speak of separation and conflict, and that kind of thing to re to leave what is true, the connection and the unity of all life. So I'm so glad you were here. And that goes for everybody. I thank you for joining me. Um, Now it's time for the plugs. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my videos, share my videos far and wide. Um, if you know who Black Elk is, if you don't read Black Elk Speaks, it's a wonderful book. But Black Elk was an elder of the Lakota people. He was a pipe carrier. And there's a book about his life that he narrated to this other man because he didn't know English. And when I was doing ceremony one day, Black Elk shows up, and you know how other people go fanboy over like celebrities and rock stars and stuff like that. I go kind of fanboy when these spirit guys show up, like, oh my god, it's Black Elk. Why are you here talking to me? Oh my god, it's Black Elk. But anyway, so he showed up in a pipe ceremony at one point, and so I asked him about what I was doing here. I asked about, because it's not generally acceptable to video sacred ceremonies. And so I asked him basically his permission, and what he said, um, almost word for word, was to have the ability to share such a sacred ceremony with so many people at one time and not to utilize it would be tragic. So share away, send the video as far and wide as you'd like. If you know of someone that may benefit from it, um, please, the more the merrier. And by sharing it and by liking my videos, that helps me out. That helps others find me. And I also got tons of videos of card readings. So if you ever need some guidance, you can pull up one of the Monday mini medicine card readings videos and like basically choose a number between 1 and 5. Pay attention to that card, and I promise that Whatever message you need will be in that reading. Um, and if you would like to work with me one-on-one, we can make that happen. Um, you can visit my website, perchingwolfstudios.net. Look, excuse me, sorry, my chai is backing up on me. Um, you can learn more about me. You can see the various shamanic services I offer, readings and healings and teachings. Oh my. And everything I do can be done online by Zoom. So it doesn't matter how far apart we are. I can always find a time in common. Um, we could do I do the card readings with the medicine card deck, which works with the totem animals. I do healings such as soul retrieval, fairy doctoring, um, extracting energy that doesn't belong, power animal retrieval, all kinds of good stuff. And then I also teach classes. I'm in the process of getting some ready to put out there, but I don't have anything on the books at the moment. But I also take on one-on-one mentorships if someone is looking for a spiritual teacher. Um, I come with many, many years of experience and wisdom, and um, my whole intention and purpose in being a mentor is to share my experiences, but not in a way to create um, like a league of followers, a league of carbon copies doing the same exact thing I'm doing, but to help you find your own unique heart relationship with creator, with spirit, and find what your best path is. And even if you're not a shaman or drawn to shamanism as much, um, I find that shamanism is the oldest known spiritual practice, and it underlies every spiritual philosophy and religion and everything else. So it just enhances whatever system that you're following. It doesn't take away from anything, it actually deepens. So um so if that resonates with you, if that sounds good, let me know. You can set up sessions with me right on my website. Um and if you enjoy my videos, enjoy my work, and want to reciprocate in a different way, I have my PayPal and my Venmo links in the description. This is my day job, so um, financially, sometimes up, sometimes it's down, sometimes it's up, and so every little bit helps if you feel so moved. Of course, these videos are always free. There's no obligation, but if you feel so moved to support your friendly neighborhood shaman, to help me keep a roof over my kitty's head and food in her little tummy, that is greeted with such gratitude. Um, and what else? Anything else? I guess that's it. So one last sip of chai, and let's release those spirits who so lovingly have held space for us. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in our circles. Thank you for welcoming us into yours. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling and speak like people. Oh, oh, oh. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light people. Oh, 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 don't stop. I love that song. All right. So that is it. Oh, we were talking about sweetgrass. I've got a braid of sweetgrass inside my drum to kind of help feed the spirit of my drum. But it's really cool because every time I bang on my drum, it kind of wafts that scent of the sweetgrass out. It's really cool. Anyway, so that is our time. Thank you so much for joining me. It's always a pleasure. It's always an honor. Thank you for joining me. Um, I hope you'll join me again next week. And if you're not aware, Monday nights, I also do a free video at 6 o'clock, same bat time, same bat channel, right here, 6 o'clock Pacific time. And I do mini medicine card readings where the first 5 people to come on and say yes in the comments get a 1 card reading. And then I take those 5 cards and I do a wider spread for the community, kind of interweaving our personal medicine into what's going on with the community at large. So that sounds good. Please join me Monday nights for that. Otherwise, I hope to see you again next week. And until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, that I honor you. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and go shining. All right, bye now.